Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen, Captain Marvel 2, oh wait, it's not called that anymore. We did this video yesterday, projected to hit $39 million opening weekend. There's been some new numbers coming in, and I want to take a look at all of this, because loads of people will see the new numbers and go, well that means it's going to be a huge success. No, this is still a meteoric fail for Marvel. Did you like that descriptive there? Meteoric fail. So, I did this video yesterday. Not a lot of people would have seen it because it was like the 4th or 5th video of the day, and YouTube decides not to notify you. And that, ladies and gents, is why you need to follow me over on Twitter, at MrHReviews, and turn those bell notifications on and check the community tab. But anyway, so this video, or this report here, says that because of pre-sales, it's looking like it's going to be less than a third of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3's opening, right? That is what they are. It is less than a third of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That's the pre-sales. So this is awful. If this is true, which it is currently anyway, this is awful. This is a terrible opening. But now it looks like we're running some cope here anyway, because everyone's trying to say that, it says that, disappointing. It doesn't quite cut it. It's way worse than disappointing. This is awful. So, the Marvel's long-range tracking points to a disappointing $50 to $75 million domestic debut. That's not just disappointing. Again, that is a meteoric, I love that word at the moment, fail for Marvel. It is huge. So, here's the current state of affairs. The Marvels are set to hit theatres on November 10th, and long-range box office forecasts are pointing to a pretty disappointing opening for Captain Marvel sequel. So, this comes to us from Box Office Pro, and they're saying that it's expected to take in between $50 to $75 million domestically. Now, what did the first one get? $153 million. $153 million. Now, it's actually even worse than that, and this is why they're running cope. So the site notes, Box Office Pro, that pre-sale trends for the Marvels are currently 42% behind Eternals. No one cared about that. And it's 69% behind Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and 72% behind Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Quantumania was a huge fail. A huge fail for the company. Like lost money fail. Now, let's take this into a broader equation of some mathematics, right? If this does, let's say, $75 million domestic. Okay, let's be super generous and just $75 million domestic on its opening weekend. Now, on average, for every single Marvel film, they lose about 60% of the box office to the next week. So $75 million, and then the next week, we're going to come in at, $30 odd million, something along those lines. A little bit more, but still. Not looking good. In its second week, it would cross $100 million. And then from there, it's going to fail. Drastically, actually. Now, it's also important to note, ladies and gents, is that, in terms of this movie, it had a $300 million budget. $300 million budget. And it won't even crack $100 million opening weekend in the domestic market, which is its biggest market. What a monumental failure for Marvel. The other important things to note is this opens, I think, it's pretty much a week before. If I remember rightly, it's a week before the latest Hunger Games film. So it's going to have an even bigger drop-off, because this is the same market. Right? Those that are interested in the Marvels, this is the same market. Those people that want to go and watch the Marvels and also the Hunger Games. It's the same type of demographic. So then they release that. This is dead. Dead. Now, to break even just on production budget, it's going to have to cross around the $600 million mark, because the studio only takes 50% of the theatre totals, the box office totals. The theatres have to earn their money, believe it or not, ladies and gents, and so they take some of that money, on average 50%. So you drop this week on, week out, this will lose anywhere in the region of $100 to $200 million easily. You also have the marketing budget on top of it. Monumental failure. This will go down as one of the biggest flops, if this tracking is right, in the MCU to date. And what a surprise as well, ladies and gents. You're following it up. The only interest in Captain Marvel came because Kevin Feige came out and said, you must watch this movie. There's really important stuff in there for Endgame. Endgame was the pinnacle of Marvel. For most people, it was literally their Endgame. They checked out from there. So they didn't want to lose or miss any important stuff that was going to be in Captain Marvel. So they watched it. They endured it. They watched the Queen Brie, the Queen of Cheese, Brie Larson. There's no incentive to watch this movie. There's no reason that the marketing gives you, that the studio is giving you in all of their rhetoric. This movie is completely dead on arrival. Absolutely dead on arrival. And I bet you anything, unless they fortify their box office receipts, I bet you anything, hot prediction, it will lose several $100 million. I'm saying it now, without a shadow of a doubt, it will lose several $100 million if this tracking is right. Because what people fail to remember is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 had legs, and only had legs, right? Because it was a good movie. And this currently is 69, great number, percent behind Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 on pre-sales. Now this will not have legs to carry it through. There's no sex appeal. There's nothing for the wider demographic besides little girls to watch this movie. And yeah, okay, sure. The power of little girls convincing their parents to go take them. 100%, of course. But this will not do gangbusters. This will not do Barbie money. Hell no. So like I said, this will go down as one of the biggest failures. And as well, ladies and gents, remember, this is a sequel to Ms. Marvel. The worst viewed, worst rated Marvel Disney Plus show. Had the worst viewership. And then they decided to give it away for free and still no one bothered to watch it. Why would you spend $300 million on a sequel to that? Unless you're a monumental moron. A gigantic ignoramus. So anyway, thought I'd do an update on this. Because again, I did this video yesterday. And if I don't do a video, loads of people will be in my mentions going, yeah, but now it's projected to do 75. That's still terrible. Shut up. That's still awful. Right? You may have flunked maths, but okay, I can educate you a little bit. As I've said, $75 million, even if you're being generous, that's what it takes. It's going to drop 60% on the next week. Potentially even more if I am correct in saying that Hunger Games releases the following weekend, which I think it does. It's either the week before or the week after the Marvels. This movie's dead. Anyway, there you go. Leave your thoughts down below. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.